You guys, I know you're going to be like, well, Rebecca, you have a great marriage. You're happy. You have someone wonderful. You're in marital bliss. You guys, you found your other half. You found your whatever. But here's the thing, guys. Carrie is my third marriage. Oh, and you get laid off from a job, and they get laid off from a job, and so the reason that marriage is so overrated is because most people don't have a realistic perspective of what marriage really is and what it takes. So guess what? You're going into this. So if there was a job description for marriage, if there was a real job description, like if it was hiring, if marriage was hiring and it wrote out a job description that says going to require you to dig deep personally like nothing has ever challenged you before, going to require you to commit through ups and downs in some of the darkest times in your life and theirs and stay true and faithful, forsaking everybody else, every other vagina, every other penis in the whole wide world. Hello.
It's real. You see what I'm saying? The difference between function and fantasy. You understand? Like I said, shameless plug, the books is going to be available on my Patreon. I've got a living library called the Financial Defense Library, and it's going to have these books inside of there. That's just one of them. It's going to be crazy. But anyway, she's spitting some heavy, giving you some artillery right now, on the battlefield of love. You feel me? When you fighting for yours. When you determine that you're not going to lose, when you determine that, you're not going to give in for the right one, for the right reasons. Ultimately, because you and your significant other is on the journey or in the destiny that is led by purpose, right? Obviously, ultimately. So she dropping heavy jewels, heavy gems in here, okay? Giving us game, all right? You can't ignore this. She says she was married 3 times. This is her 3rd marriage, and she's finally happy. All right, let's go.
You ready to dedicate your life to somebody and say, I'm only going to have this one vagina for the rest of my life, this one penis for the rest of my life? Sex better be real good. You better have a real deep connection. Better be the love of your life. And even then, is that easy? Listen, what's the job description saying? Going to challenge you mentally, spiritually, going to challenge you emotionally, going to require of you to grow up. Gonna have to not be selfish, not be so self-involved, not be childish, that you're gonna have to grow up and deal with real life things like sickness, like death, like grown children acting crazy, like younger children going through their changes, money up, money down. See, right now, if you're single...
Let's stop right there. Money up, money down. You understand? We could talk about that all day. We have this, due to the culture, we have this thing about joining a ready-made person. And don't get me wrong. Individuals should be maintaining the basics of life before they should try to add themselves to someone else. They should be holding down some form of, a decent form of income. They should be able to take care of themselves, right? And of course, life happens. People are in different situations. People go through different things. So there's no one size fit all, but the basics, what I'm saying? Being able to feed themselves, have a roof, have some transportation, one form or even if they call it an Uber, right? At the end of the day, they're able to get and they have a responsibility. They go on to work, or have a business that is lucrative. They got something going on. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the truth is that you can get in that relationship with somebody and everything is amazing. And then a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years in, something happens. And they just having a momentary downturn. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you there because of the perks? You know what I'm saying? Are you only down as long as things are good? You feel me? That's for another video, another time. But she's spitting heavy artillery. You understand what I'm saying? She's giving us gems today. You dig? We almost done. Let's do this.
If you're single, you just got to deal with yourself and your little kitty cat or your puppy. But when you join your life with someone else, now if that's the wrong person, this is the other reason marriage is overrated. Because half y'all just jumping into things because you're in this idealistic fairy tale of, oh, I'm married, a wedding, the wedding dress, oh, my forever. Men, you see yourself being married to the love of your life, and she's amazing, and she's supporting you and loving you, and she's your rock, and she's everything, and you're having children. And men fantasize about this too. They fantasize about being fathers and husbands in this idealistic life that they have in mind, and then they marry Cruella DeVille. And all of it goes to hell in a handbasket, because all of a sudden, fellas, you're with somebody who is not a partner, not giving, not selfless, not helping, not supportive.
Black card, you feel me? Love is a Birkin bag. Love is a Chanel bag.
I want y'all to go check this whole video. I'm gonna leave a link down below. She does go into the same thing for the women, but I'm gonna say this. You can't do it for the gram. You understand? You do this for the gram. Marriage and family is business. Right? The fantasy, which is the romantic aspect of the relationship, right? To be honest with you, in the grand scheme of things, it becomes secondary. And you have to develop the skill set to be able to juggle both sides of life. You got to figure out how to still make that relationship pleasurable, but the fact of the matter is business is going to be there every day. Bills are going to be due. Children are going to need your attention. You understand where I'm coming from? This you can't do for the gram. Like, we got to get away from this. I want this life so that I can take a picture and post. You putting yourself in a dangerous situation. You hear me? You putting yourself in a major dangerous situation on that level and within that context. We done turned our entire culture and society into a commercial. And we all putting up the highlights. No, Slim. I'm telling you, it's real. You hear me? Who you choose is going to impact your life. And that's whether you got the ring on or whether you create that baby. You hear me? Y'all like and subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments. Again, check the whole clip out on their page. What y'all think? Y'all think she's dropping gems? You feel like she shared some pertinent information? A lot of us is in our second quarter. We made some mistakes and we learned, but now we ain't got to do it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And if that does happen, it's all good. Keep going, right? As long as we're growing and as long as we're becoming better. But at the end of the day, life ain't for the gram. I'm out.